Hey, what's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? So it has been a long week, and today is just Thursday. Okay, a lot is going on, a lot is happening, and let's just get into some things that's been going on and what's going on with me. Feel free to leave in a comment if you're going through something or if you're seeing shortages, whatever's happening. If you want to share it, feel free to do that down there and just get a little bit of encouragement from people who are in the comments themselves, or even from me. If I see it, I will, give you a little heart or a conversation to hopefully lift your spirits, because y'all, we all need it.
I really wanted to get it right, trying to find some balance in my life.
I truly understand things are difficult. Trying to stock up is difficult. Prices are extremely high and going up every single day. Trying to find certain items is difficult. I was trying to find celery seed. Celery seed is difficult to find, okay? So I'm still on the hunt for that. But you guys, with so much going on, the tension is thick and people are dealing with a lot, but they're still out in the public. That being said, we all need to have a little bit of patience when we're out and about, because I would hate to see something so simple turn into something horrible, where you're getting assaulted or you're the one assaulting somebody because you're so frustrated with the daily grind and not having enough to feed your family or pay bills. People are losing their jobs. People who have worked on jobs for a long period of time are finding that, the business that they're in, it may be closing down, or they just may be cutting back on employees that they have. It's a lot. It is a lot. So you guys, pray about everything, worry about nothing. Okay? Once you pray, leave it with them. Don't mean you're not going to think about it later, because we're only human, and as parents, we're going to think about a lot of things, whether it's the potential for our children being drafted into this crazy foolishness that's going on that has nothing to do with them, caused by man, or it's just being able to provide a simple meal. So let's get into this video, and y'all take care, okay? I also want to say, I watch The Needy Homesteader. I love her channel. So many great things that she teaches over there. Please go check her out. I will leave her link in the description box, you guys. Most of you already know that she lost her husband, Matt, last year to a drunk driver. And she got injured really, really bad. Sorry, thinking about it gets me. Her children got injured really, really bad as well. They're all healing, but emotionally it is draining. It is stressful, but she has been in prayer constantly. She said all day, every day. And sometimes that's what it takes. Now, you're still going to feel emptiness. You're still going to feel sadness, because I've lost my first husband. But I want her to know, take your time. Don't feel a rush to come back to us. I mean, if it keeps your mind off of things, then by all means. But I could sit and watch old videos, which I have been doing, and talking back like I'm talking to you. And I want you to know that you are loved, and you are truly a blessed woman. And God is using you. And whether it helps the guy who did that, whether it helps him or not, is helping somebody. And the courage that it took for you to do what you did at the sentencing, I don't know how you did it. I hope to have that kind of peace and let the Holy Spirit use me in that way if I had to, because that is truly amazing. And you are an amazing woman. And even though you have still a long road ahead of you, that you have so many things to be thankful for, and you will definitely get through it because you are a very strong, resilient person, human being. And I don't know you, but I feel like I know you. And I feel like I know you because I'm sitting there having conversations with you. Yeah, I know I might be crazy, but I'm just saying, I want you to know that I love you. Take care of yourself. Don't rush anything. We will be here regardless for you. Okay? So first things first, let's start off by saying I am sending prayers out to any of you who are down in Florida, or if you have family down in Florida, if they were affected by the Hurricane Ian that rolled through on yesterday, and you're probably still getting some rain there today. I'm not sure. I have been checking off and on the weather system because that same weather system is now headed for South Carolina. Most of you guys know that I have a son we have a son that's in the coastal South Carolina area going to school, and making sure that he's okay, that he knows what to do, that he sticks to the plans that we came up with before we even took him there. This is his second year there. So when we first took him there, we created a whole college prepper pantry for him in his dorm. So this is not something that we just do at our home. This is something that we do encourage with our children. Now, whether they decide to do it when they're grown is up to them. It's not up to us, but we can still keep reinforcing it because no matter how old they are still our children. So, and no matter how much they get on our nerve, they are still our children. But y'all, he says he's fine. He will not be driving out there tomorrow because I think that's when they're expecting it to make landfall there, and hopefully the surge is not so much that it reaches the area that he is in. He's probably about 15 minutes, if not 20, away from the coastline of Myrtle Beach. So keep him in your prayers, and everyone else out there as well. I'm sure he will be fine. He knows not to be out there driving in it. That is a plus. And I did ask him, did he go out and get, a couple of extra items that he might need in case they lose power or anything like that, because the wind is supposed to be around 65 miles per hour, and hopefully it doesn't go above that and then they change the whole category of it. Hopefully it just ends up being a tropical storm by the time it hits them, and not the I think they rated it as a 2 yesterday and this morning. So hopefully it will be a tropical storm by the time it rolls through, but yet and still, you still may lose power. So in the event of that, making sure that you have flashlights. We made sure he had flashlights. He has what he needs, and the extra stuff that he get is on him to make sure he has power bars, like protein bars, his drinks, his water, and things like that. In case they do have to leave the area that they're in, he'll have something to take with him in his go bag if push comes to shove. And he also knows that if he were to have to evacuate, that he is to go, to plan B. And if plan B is going to have a storm rolling through it too, he knows to come to me. But y'all, we're going to also, here in North Carolina, parts of North Carolina, going to get some of this storm Ian that's out there. So we're all being affected one way or the other, some worse than others. So keep people in your prayers that they are okay, that they evacuated when they were supposed to. And if they did stay, that they, survived and their family is okay. This, without a doubt, will affect the supply chain in other areas. The storm, yes, it was there in Florida, but it still will impact other areas due to the crops that are being grown there. Farmers were due to have their harvest come up pretty soon, and that's the harvest of like oranges, tobacco, cotton, etc. So hopefully they didn't totally get wiped out with those things, and that they're still able to make a profit for one, and that their money does not go wash down the drain with that water. So y'all, let's keep the farmers in our prayers and thoughts as well. Y'all, I'm just realizing that the wind has totally push my pony all over the place, y'all. So it's very windy here. It is sunny. The rain is expected to start coming in on Friday all the way into Sunday. It's supposed to be like 100% or something like that, or 100% Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday maybe 30%. But either way, we're going to get touched by this rain. Hopefully the wind and the rain is not extremely bad. So let me know what's going on with you, what's happening with you. Y'all went to the doctor this week. That was an experience in itself. But I also have family in Charleston, South Carolina as well. You know, I have my my nephew, his family. I have my sister, my mom who lives with my sister, and then her kids and grandkids. Is just, you know, it's nerve-wracking. So I went to the doctor the other day, and this was just a recheck of making sure that my blood pressure was okay and stuff like that. Well, of course, I didn't take my medication that morning, and y'all, it took an effect. So my blood pressure was up by the time I got to the doctor. She said, "Are you stressed about anything?" And I'm thinking in my head, lady, I am a woman. We're always stressed about something. Even when we think we're not stressing, somewhere deep down inside, we really are. So then I was like, well, no, not really. And then she goes, "Are you always so quiet?" I'm like, well, you know, most of the time I am. I mean, I don't know what kind of conversation she wanted me to be having in there. I just wanted to get out. And I really was like stressing, like, please let my blood pressure be okay. But apparently that caused my blood pressure to stress out, and the fact that I didn't take the medication. So anyway, needless to say, I did get those little containers that my husband's been beating me up about getting. I wish I had the bag right here. I just picked it up from the dollar store, the little pill thing that you put your pills in, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I got that. So hopefully I'll be back on track with making sure everything is okay, because staying healthy is very important, especially in times like these. You're going to need that health to help you get through. You don't need to have any added extras to what's going on in your life. So here's the little thing that I picked up right here from out of the dollar store, and you'll see, you know, the dollar store walk through in just a few minutes. Just give me a few minutes to talk to you, you know, make sure I'm okay and let y'all know what's going on with me and find out what's going on with you. So what's also happening out in the world is we're not the only ones facing a storm. So come to find out, there's another country that is facing a storm, and that too could set the supply chain back. And so when I said it could affect us, what happened in Florida, what I mean by that is they are out of power, they are out of water, they have trees that have come down across highways and roads. Some roads are washed out. Some roads are still flooding. So with that, getting supplies in is going to be demanding. The fact that they don't have cell phone towers anymore because those got washed out. So the governor did say that they were bringing in extra phone towers so that people can have a way to contact family and let them know, hey, I'm, you know, stuck in my home, I need some help, can you get help here for me? Or they can call 911, or they can say, well, we are fine. So, you know, hopefully they'll get that up and going today so that people will be able to reach out to whoever they need to reach out to. But it's a power grid failure, so you're going to have stores that are closed. I saw an article where some stores like Walmart and Publix, you know, closed early. And I'm pretty sure a lot of them closed early. And a lot of them said that they weren't going to open back up until probably Monday of next week. But we don't know that. They don't know that. They don't know the timeline, because it depends on what the damage caused to their facility. And also the fact that if they didn't have a backup generator, they now have to throw all of that food out and get more food in. So here you go. That means, how is that food going to get there if the roads are not free of debris? Okay, how are the trucks going to make it in? How are the trains going to make it in? Because a lot of food is transported by train as well. I know in South Carolina in 2015, when we had that whole hurricane come through, I don't know if it was Matthew or whatever, but when it came through, it affected the railway a lot of railway got washed out a little bit, you know, the ones that are over the banks and stuff like that. So if that bank got washed out, guess what? You cannot run that train in that direction. And it took a while for them to get back on track. So this could take weeks, months, or whatever, you know. It just really depends on what we see once, you know, everything clears up and they can get in and access. Also, we are having And I say we because eventually it's going to affect us. Everything that happens around the world is going to affect us. Everything that happens in another city, state, it's going to affect us. Some way, shape, or form is going to affect us. So there is a pipeline issue. I'm sure you've seen other videos on it, so I'm not going to get deep into it. All I'm going to say is I'm going to show you a little clip of what they're speaking on. This happened a few days ago. I really didn't even want to touch on it. But more and more countries are now saying they feel like it's sabotage, that our USSIA sabotaged it because Europe was trying to go around them in a way to get gas to their people, so they're not reliant on our USSIA. So that being said, is 3 areas in that pipeline that cut off. I was saying there are 3 areas in that pipeline that have been tampered with in 3 separate areas. 3 not close together, but just separate areas. And they feel like our USSIA caused it. And of course, our USSIA is saying, no, we didn't. That must be, the U one. So, yeah, sorry I'm doing all of this, but YouTube's been not good to me lately. They don't show my videos. They don't do this. They don't do that. My views suck. But I'm going to continue to try to get as much information out there to you as I possibly can. And of course, the USA is neutral on it, and we're going to investigate and see where it goes. So as far as gas prices here, I don't know what you're seeing in your area. Let me know down in the comments, and let me know where your area is so other people can get an idea. Are gas prices going up? Are they staying the same? Are they lower? I paid $3.15 today to fill up. I was just a little bit under the half, so it didn't cost me much to fill up. But $3.15, that's better than it was. It's not down in the twos, but it's better than it was. I was thinking, well, maybe with the storm coming in, people would try to price gouge, but I haven't seen any of that. Let me know if you're seeing it in your area. And then lastly, I saw that some schools, well, I got the notification or something that some schools in South Carolina and Columbia were closing early today because they are in low-lying areas that tend to flood even with a regular rain, yet alone a whole storm coming in. And football games were being played today instead of tomorrow. So yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot going on. And then they have no school on Friday. And of course, my oldest daughter said that my oldest grandson said, well, I don't have to go today. I'm having trouble with my asthma. And she was like, you didn't even play football yesterday. So, buddy, you going to school. Kids, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. But anywho, y'all stay safe, and I'm gonna let you look at this video now. Let me know what you seeing in your area. Again, if you have pictures or videos, send them to TommyBites19@gmail.com. And also, you guys, I did go on Teesprings and I made 2 things. I made some coffee mugs and I made some hoodies. So feel free to look at those, and hopefully you'll decide to support me and purchase. But I will have other things that won't be from Teesprings because I find their stuff to be a little bit limited. So I have to find someone that can honestly make me some items, and I know of somebody who does that. So it's just a matter of me having the money to pay for it so that I can then offer it to you guys and sell it to you directly and not through Teesprings. Okay, so y'all take care, stay safe, prep today so you're prepared for tomorrow. I love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be, and when you are, go out and spread God's love with distance if you have to. But if you feel like you need to give somebody a hug, ask them and then go ahead and give them. So I can see they just got a delivery. They have a ton of people working, but they are having a staff shortage problem because they have that posted up on their door. However, they have a lot of people in here from other stores helping them get this stuff out because they just don't have the staff over here. Y'all, stores are really struggling to have workers. So even in getting a supply, a delivery to this store, which has struggled for months in getting deliveries, I'm not seeing any of those workers in there. There were a few girls that I know. Well, I didn't know them personally, but you know, when you see people a lot, I haven't seen them in that store in I don't know how long. So I don't know if they quit or if they were fired, but stores are struggling to maintain workers. And that's also going to be something that determines if a store can even remain open. At the beginning of this video, when I'm entering the store, I tried to get a picture of the sign, but the door opened up. The sign stated, due to staff shortages, we will now be closing at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. It was one of the two. And I don't know how long that sign has been up there, because I haven't been in here in a couple of weeks. But you guys, this is serious. So now you're getting supplies in, and I don't know how regular they get their supplies in. Now you're dealing with, we don't have anyone to put it out. So they're pulling people from other locations to help get items on the shelf. And one guy that was working there, never seen him before in my life, and he was like, hey, how are you doing? And I was like, I'm doing good. How are you? He was like, just trying to help the store get their things out. I said, I see you guys are in here working really, really hard. And I thanked him, because I know it has to be tough going to a new location and then having to figure out how they want their store set up, because every Dollar Tree is not set up the same. Don't forget to leave comments and let me know what you're seeing in your area, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. Again, I want to thank you all for stopping in. I appreciate you supporting the channel so very much. Please share it out with friends and family.